Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I want you guys to know that I appreciate you so much. I do. I really appreciate you so much. All of the new subscribers that are coming in, it means a lot to me. It does. As we talk about our grown folks stuff over here, I have a lot of good subscribers, a lot of grown people that are respectful to come through, and I truly, truly appreciate that so much. But I wanted to talk about um, the takeoff's assassination. And the more and more I look at it, the more because I've been doing research on it, even with me having my little grandbaby that I'm obsessed with, and I've been helping my daughter with. I've still been doing my research, you know. And just from the very beginning, Takeoff's murder um, looked extremely suspicious to me. And so I just got about doing my research and stuff. And I had been suspicious about that whole little camp ever since Duke the Jeweler's murder. It was just hard for me to believe with him being with them that they did not know. And the mere fact that Duke the Jeweler stood up there and gambled with those dudes and things of that nature, and um, you had J Prince Jr., who did not um, even say rest in peace to him. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people have wanted to, and people can do what they want to do. Let me just say this. As I've always said that on my channel, I do what I want to do. I don't have no issues with what nobody else do on their channel. Okay. But as I've always said, just from looking at it, just from even looking at the history with Duke the Jeweler, hearing about the history of mob ties and the people that group, um, even though I see that it was Quavo who was was tighter with Jazz Prince. I didn't see him with just in my research, and I could have missed it, but I didn't really see him with J Prince Jr. He kind of seemed like to me he might have been Jazz Prince friend. Um, but you didn't really see Takeoff a whole lot. Even when Quavo would be in Texas, hanging out with him in the past. Um, but I'm hearing okay that it was everyone was in on the hit except for Quavo or Takeoff, and neither one of them was supposed to leave. And that sounds about right to me, just in doing my research. And I have to say, a lot of Houstonians or people that say they're from Houston and kind of know that camp know how they say they know how that camp get down. And the word on the street is neither one of them was supposed to leave. And just from the energy of hearing Quavo and how he was kind of arguing and I could see now because with Mike Prince, I'd heard that he was his son, then I heard that he was his brother. But now I'm hearing that Mike Prince is Jay Prince's cousin. Okay. Um, how, just going back and listening to some stuff, he was saying, no, they're not gonna be disrespectful. It was almost like he was trying to coerce him into going to play basketball. And I just can't get out of my head him saying, bruh, I don't give a damn about no basketball. They just see me play basketball. Okay. So, people talk about his voice being elevated, but with the way that they had him surrounded, I think at that point, Quavo knew that the energy was off. I keep saying that the energy was off and something was about to happen. Now, people say all the time, because he said, bro, let me go before somebody get hurt. How many times, as one of my friends was saying yesterday, how many times have we been in a grocery store and we've stood in a long line and um, we've gotten mad or the cashier was rude, or we gone into a store and somebody was rude and we said, let me leave out here before I cuss somebody out. Words are just words. It's a figure of speech. We say that all the time. I've said it too. Let me go before I whoop somebody's ass real good. Okay. When somebody was rude, it did not constitute. You would think if Quavo said it, it would not have been Takeoff that was taken out, right? Do I believe Quavo was involved? Absolutely not. I believe they was both set up. Okay, I believe that they was both set up, and I'm hearing that neither one of them was supposed to leave. Okay. Now, I also have been, just in my research, I also have been hearing that, Jay Prince them is possibly under investigation because they had real close ties with that YSL situation, with Young Thug and all of them. Okay. And I got a lot to talk about, y'all. Um, and then in my research, okay, word on the street is that when Jay Prince, when we saw him coldly walking past Takeoff like that, we knew he didn't give a damn about Takeoff. Look at how he walked by him. You just can't walk past somebody like that you care about. You can't do it. If you cared about them a little bit, you can't just walk past them. You can't do it. Hell, even like for me, like how many times do we get mad when we on the expressway and we see that a car has, it could be over on the other side, way on the other side, going in the opposite direction, and traffic is slowed down because people are trying to stop and see what is going on with a wreck. Okay. And they're trying to make sure, see what's going on, who the people are, if the people are okay, is it a bad wreck, and things of that nature. Traffic be backed up, and it be in the other lanes going in the opposite direction. Okay, because people with human feelings genuinely have a concern. Okay, and the word is that Jay Prince Jr. was heard saying, "Don't worry about that shit." Okay, as it related to Takeoff laying there, allegedly. Okay, that's the word. Okay. And so as I did my research, and it's a lot, people, I don't, and I hate for people to think that, hey, or people to say, Jay Prince Sr. and Jay Prince Jr., they're black men, they're accomplished and this and that. Hey, I would want to be proud of anybody. I would, especially when they built an empire, but we cannot negate what has been going on. Look at Duke the Jeweler. Duke the Jeweler, nobody has said anything about Duke the Jeweler. Let's just be honest, because they felt like he was not big enough. Because really, no celebrity should have been partying with them. Not only did they do that to Duke the Jeweler, but they even in how they was comfortable enough with letting Boosie just take the fall by himself. When I said from the beginning, I believe Boosie know what happened, but I believe that was in my opinion, allegedly it was Jay Prince and his crew, because they're the ones that's in Texas. They're the ones that was their turf. That was their territory. They felt more comfortable with doing that. Okay, would have felt more comfortable. And then not a peep. Boosie was trying to clear his name because he was getting the heat because he knew where it came from. And Jay Prince and them, his crew, was comfortable with allowing it. And we ain't heard it. I don't even know if I heard the police chief even give a statement. Okay. Now, people want us to talk about the young lady who actually came out and said something. They want to say she was clout chasing. But in my research, I was hearing that a lot of Houstonians was saying that they kind of was fearful of her even coming out because they would recognize her voice and things of that nature. And the plants that are allegedly on the payroll in the Houston Police Department, okay, has been the reason why allegedly Jay Prince and them has so much traction, okay, and power, is because of the people that they have on the payroll. Now, I know a lot of people, for me, because I've worked for the police departments for almost 20 years, I've always, because people have this theory about police officers and things of that nature, I never said that all officers were right. But when I see that something is wrong, whether it's in Memphis, whether it's in Mississippi or anywhere, I'm going to call it out. I did not like the energy of that police chief. I knew it. I knew just from his statement that he was too charming. I knew from his statement that he was too charming. So I started to do some research, and I went and I was like, because people was talking about how, Jay Prince Sr. from the very start, kind of rubbed elbows with some of those politicians in the Houston area. And that's not hard to believe, because I'm gonna tell you what they do. A lot of times when these people have money and they know that they're doing criminalistic things, they'll get chummy with a politician that's running, and they'll put money behind that politician, okay? And they'll support that politician, and they'll use their influence with a certain culture, okay, to get out, vote for this mayor. He gonna help the city of Houston, blah, blah, blah. And folks that have never voted, that can vote, will get out and vote. And what they're doing is they're securing their criminalistic behavior, because what they put money behind this politician, he ain't gonna do a damn thing to him. I.e., we saw it with the police chief got up there and said, we got some great celebrities in this city, and I want to get with them and sit down and see what we can do. Now you need to sit down with them celebrities and question them and ask them why the hell Takeoff was laying there dead in an intimate situation, a party of 40 people. Jay Prince them knew every damn body that was going to be up in there. Okay, but he didn't do that. So then I went a little further, okay? And I went to Jazz Prince's page, and I started doing some research. And in my research, I found this picture, okay? And it looks like he was presented, Jay Prince Jr. was presented with something, and Jazz Prince says Junior's Day. And I was like, and what has happened was I made a mistake. I ain't gonna tell no lies. And he untagged her, okay? I made a mistake and hit the heart button because I was lurking, and her name was popping up. He removed it, and this was from last night. But I had gotten the name and looked her up before that happened, okay? And that's Representative Sheila Jackson, okay? Sheila Jackson Lee. She's a state representative. She's an attorney that is now a politician in Houston. She is a state representative. Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Representative Lee, okay? I want to be proud of a Black woman that is doing great things, okay? She went to the University of Virginia Law School. She's from Queens, New York. She's 72 years old. She's a representative in she's a Democrat in District 18 since 1995, okay, in Houston, Texas. She's an attorney that has been a politician since 1995. And it's like she presented him with a certificate. She recognized Junior. I don't know if she gave him a key to the city or what. I tried to zoom in on what that certificate that she gave him, but his brother says Junior's Day, okay? So we talk about how chummy they are, why nothing is happening. And, these politicians normally recognize you, especially when you fund their campaigns and things of that nature. I told y'all my dad was a elected official for about 30 years, something like that. So I know how it goes. Now, my dad was not crooked, okay? People had to respect him because he stood 10 toes down, okay? Now, but when these politicians, they'll go and get celebrities and things of that nature to when they give big money to their campaigns to help them buy their signs and use their influence to get people out to vote for them. What do you think these politicians are going to do when they are elected? They're going to have loyalty to the people that have to put them in there. They already in their back pockets. Now, if this representative, state representative right here is chummy, and all of these politicians rub elbows, okay? If the state representative who was an ex-lawyer is chummy with them, I was looking for the pictures of senior who are always, they say, at the black tie events of the mayor and things of that nature. We know that the mayor appoints the police chief. The mayor is over the police chief. He appoints whatever police chief that he wants. So if the mayor is allegedly chummy with junior and senior and all of them, he's at the black seniors at the black tie events of the mayor, you know damn well the police chief is gonna fall right in line with what his boss wants, which is the mayor. That's why I say it, the damn mayor. Keep his ass off of YouTube and off of Facebook and trying to be a celebrity, they say, all over, social media. Okay, because he seems to, from what I hear, love the celebrities. And a lot of people are saying this is one of the reasons why they've had this much power. Nobody wanted to come forward. Okay, because people, the Houstonians, know the type of connections that these people have and on their payroll, and having somebody on your payroll could be looked at as giving money to a campaign. That is so you can have influence with that politician. Okay, now it's all coming together. So then I went a little further because y'all know, I'm trying to not to have the video too long because I know people don't like real long videos. So I'm trying to compact everything and have as less minutes as I can. I did a video on Little Fifth Ward Weeby. Oh, wait a minute, not Fifth Ward Weeby. Lil Cam, Lord, I don't know where in the hell. I'm thinking about the guy from New Orleans. That's Jazz Prince. Let me see. Is it moving? Yeah. Because I wanted to, before I get to Fifth Ward Weeby, oh my God, Fifth Ward Cam. I want to show y'all some stuff. Okay. It appears to me, that's Offset right there. Because see, let me tell you something. It seems like to me my nigga, once it's up there, is stuck there. Okay, that was May 5th, 2018. It seems like to me that the Migos was really comfortable with them because they kind of been hanging out with them for some years. They've been going to Texas, hanging out with them for years. You kind of seen him more with Quavo. Okay, everybody, Quavo and them always talked about how Takeoff was, you know, he never said a whole lot, but he was a lyrical genius. Okay, he never said a whole lot. A lot of people are saying he was kind of like the brains of the group. Like he was a lyrical genius, and he always liked learning the business part of it. Okay, I was looking at where I was trying to, because they had been in Houston recently, him and Takeoff, before this happened. Um, okay, let me get out of that. Okay, before this happened, I couldn't find it. I don't like to get stuck on stuff like that. But probably a few weeks before this happened. Now, what I forgot to show y'all this. What I did notice, okay, because word on the street is that it was some gang politics, and people get to talking about, well, they got money, and people are really crazy. Okay, I don't see them being in no gang, but what I did notice was, let me just say this, and I'm not saying he was in a gang, okay? And I think a lot of people, because he's quieter, he kind of goes up under the radar, Jazz Prince. But I do want to show y'all this if it don't take too long, okay? He wears a lot of red scarves, okay? He wears a lot of red. You have to pay attention to the colors, and he keep on a red scarf. Okay. And all through, and I don't want to show all these pictures. Y'all can go and do it. Look at that. He seems like he's a doting father, and that it ain't nothing wrong with that. But he keep on a lot of red scarves. Okay. He keep a lot of red scarves on. I worked for the police department for many, many years. Okay. So when people say she ain't out in the street, nigga, I done seen it all. Okay. I done seen it all. But he keeps on a lot of red scarves. That's something to pay attention to. Y'all, you all come to your own conclusions on that. Okay. So that's the reason why when I got word that it was possible gang politics, I was like, well, hey, anyways, moving right along, y'all can I wanted to go to I then went to, Big Cam. Now I did a video on Big Cam, and they were saying that Big Cam is not was not taken out. I just put a video out saying because it was all over the internet that he had possibly been taken out. Well, he hasn't been taken out. The truth is he's still alive and kicking right now. And he does not seem to have any remorse for anything. As a matter of fact, he seems to be throwing out subliminals like he actually uh just did a job, um hold on. People have us out on Twitter now. So they don't have a Twitter. Okay. And he posts stuff like he posted 12 hours ago, some shit just can't phase you when you been that nigga. The impossible, I did that shit the other day. Okay. And then he reposted about Young Thug and them supposedly getting some stuff thrown out. His lawyers is asking to. I told y'all they said that they're in. Supposedly that camp is in deep with them folks as far as Young Thug and them. But I digress. Allegedly, um, he said all that I love you shit like I'm finna check out or some. Yeah, whatever. We own that. That's what he said. And then somebody, a Takeoff, it says Takeoff fan, and somebody he reposted it laughing when somebody said this is him. Look, Cam fifth. He's even tagged on this one by his friend, the other ugly one that is facing the camera, and he laughed and he reposted it with an emoji and laughing. That's him with his friends and things of that nature. Um, on November the 4th, he said, "Bro was getting sturdy." He said, "They said let that curb have it." He said, "Bro was getting sturdy." So he's throwing out subliminals. Um, It said little baby rent free in your head. He owns you. So, okay, so is Lil Baby affiliated with that record label? I'm still listening to Lil Baby Police. Who owns the record label that they? Y'all know I got to do some more research now. And some of these tweets I'm just kind of looking at, as I go along. You don't give attention to these bitches when your name gets mentioned. I need my D sucked for all the shit I go through. Need some relief shit. Yellow Jacket need his D sucked. Oh my God. So he's talking about, because they said that the person that did it had on a yellow jacket. He said Yellow Jacket need his D sucked. I'll be glad when this whole ass shit blow over. When they ask me how it happened, I just tell them God work. Wow. Wow. Ain't no secret I'm outside, been in the streets, shit my whole life. Wow, he said it ain't no secret. Gotta live with it, can't wake up from it. This is not a bad dream. So he's basically, he said, no sleep, the money got me geeked, and I ain't felt this focus in a long time. That was 2 days before the assassination. Okay. And he said, why baby album that hard? Lil Baby and them is affiliated. Are they affiliated with QC? Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look more into that. Okay, but I'm hearing that everybody knew that this assassination was going to take place, and look, Cam talking about he putting subliminals out like he just had a mission to do. And regardless to what anybody is saying, you can't hide beside me or behind me. I'm hearing they all knew that it was gonna happen. It was a mission. It was money involved, except for Quavo and Takeoff and their people. And neither one of them, I'm hearing the reason they was trying to, and I have been said this, that it was supposed to happen and they was never supposed to leave Houston. Okay. So I'm hearing everybody was in on it. And allegedly Jay Prince was heard saying right after he walked past the body, don't worry about that shit. Allegedly. That's what I'm hearing. And so they in the back pockets of all, or these politicians are in the back pockets. You see, they getting keys to the city and certificates for, the representatives and things of this nature. They have black tie events with these paid politicians. Houston needs to revamp. And then you hear Houstonians talk about how they basically hate these folks because of the fear, because of what they do in that city. And the politicians do nothing. Look at what happened to Duke the jeweler. Not a damn word. Not a damn word. It was a black SUV scene leaving the scene, just like it was a black SUV scene hauling ass getting away from there after they assassinated Takeoff, running red lights and everything. Okay. So y'all, hey, rest in peace to Takeoff. I'm praying that enough pressure is put on these politicians. The reason why these folks is comfortable to do whatever it is that they're doing, it's because they were smart enough to go get in bed with these politicians. That's why I always talk about vetting politicians. You got the bad guys, when they got money, they will go and have you support the people that are going to look out for them. That police chief is appointed by the mayor, and if Senior is at the events of this mayor, the police chief gonna fall right in line because the mayor is his damn boss. He appoints him. They got the representatives and ain't telling who else on the damn team. Who is the damn sheriff of the county? They got the police chief and the mayor in their pocket. Who the sheriff is an elected official. What he working with? How chummy is he? Because it seems like it's a lot of stuff on lock. Ain't nothing touching them. Even when we see it, I had an issue when Senior put that fake statement out and then gonna say this should not have been recorded. I could see him talking about, the body of Takeoff. And we were all guilty of looking at that. No disrespect to his family, we were all guilty of it. But when he said that commotion that went on, that shouldn't have been. He talking about all that. What you mean? It shouldn't have been recorded. It should have been recorded. We wouldn't have known what had went on. As far as that is concerned. Okay. And Fifth Ward Cam living his best life. He throwing out all kind of subliminals because he know he got the very people that claim nephew and this and that to the Migos. They got his back. So I'm hearing everybody was in on the hit except for Quavo and Takeoff, and they two people that was with them. They was never supposed to leave that party or Houston. Not alive. To the bottom of why there was a hit. Was it really game politics like they said? Or did somebody in the industry, because I'm hearing that there was some lawsuits and stuff going on, did a record label pay them to lure them there because they was already cool with them and take them out? Okay. Allegedly. Okay. So there's something to look at, you guys. You guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to give to the channel, you can give via Cash App. Also, you can hit the thanks button at the bottom of the screen to donate to the channel if you would like to. I love you guys so much. I'll talk with you later.